Thank you for clicking on the video. If you're above the age of 16, please ignore this and continue on into the reaction. However, due to my diction, the nature of the content that I sometimes cover, and COPPA regulations, I hereby ask that any viewer who is under the age of 16 to click off the video and wait until you have reached this age benchmark to return and continue watching. You have been warned. Additional information may be found in the description of this video. Enjoy. What's up, Twitchless? Welcome to my first My Hero Academia Vigilantes reaction. Really excited to put this one out. I've loved this series ever since my IRL friend put me onto it. Character development for Aizawa, the Stain backstory, Captain Celebrity, love him. The nod to different series, One Piece, The Avengers. I love this series to death. And it's one of the reasons why My Hero Academia, just as a whole, I'm including both of the spin-off series together here. It's my second favorite series of all time, just behind Attack on Titan. So since this is my first Vigilantes video, I'll do a quick recap of the series as a whole up until this point, just to let you guys know where I'm at headspace-wise. The main trio for this series, Koichi, Popstep, and Knuckle Duster, they're all fantastic. Knuckle Duster being based off of Batman, the grittier version of him from the comic books. Koichi, his quirk actually developing over the course of the series. It's just sliding around on the ground, the crawler, the crueler, whatever you want to call him. Popstep's quirk may be related to Nana's, just in terms of taking off from a certain position, and then where the difference is that Nana can stay floating, whereas Pop eventually comes back down to Earth, sort of like a lesser gravity version of Uraraka's zero gravity quirk. And the main part of this series, that being the trigger drug, which was introduced into the mainline series as well. The biggest proponent of that actually being 2 o'clock, which the plot development that 2 o'clock actually had the quirk of Knuckle Duster being O'Clock back in his hero days, blew my mind. And with the introduction of 2 o'clock, him actually being named 6 in his original days as a Alpha Nomu, maybe? I'm thinking Dr. Ujiko started off with 2 o'clock as 6, moved on to Nomus, then moved on to high-end Nomus. That's what I was thinking, until the Kurogiri revelation that he was actually Shirakumo from Aizawa's backstory. I briefly had to take a break while I was reading My Hero week to week just because I had some eye fatigue, and the chapter that I left was the chapter in the mainline series where Aizawa goes to Tartarus and finds out that Kurogiri is actually Shirakumo from his days of past. And before I get into it, the Sky Egg arc is one of my favorite arcs from My Hero, mainline series, or Vigilantes. I'd probably say it's the 4th best series. You have Overhaul, My Villain Academia, Summer Training Camp arc with Muscular and Deku being the headline fight, and then the Sky Egg arc. I love the Sky Egg arc. It had the perfect conclusion with All Might saving everyone in the Sky Egg, Detective Sakauchi asking him to save his sister, which was a breach of ethics for a policeman to ask a pro hero to personally save someone he's invested in, but there were also a ton of lives in that Sky Egg, so All Might to the rescue once again. Alright, with that being said, I only received one spoiler for the set of 3 chapters I'll be covering today, 69 through 71. It was Popstep crying, which given the progression of the plot up until this point, I'm a little bit disappointed that I got that specific spoiler because it sort of puts me in the headspace of what's going to happen in these 3 chapters. But my IRL friend told me that the ending of last chapter got really interesting, that being chapter 70. Without any more recap, I want to get right into this. So chapter 69 will be the first, chapter 71 will be the last. Let's get to it. Oh, and another quick note, I will only be reading the single page spreads unless it is a double page spread by the author, just to let you know. Chapter 69, License, has Koichi on the front. I wonder if he's actually going to turn into a pro hero or try to become a pro hero from his life of vigilantism. Them recapping that this will be their last show performing as a concert. The centerpiece of the last show will be the grand finale. We're getting in touch with all of our early members, special guests, and everyone who's ever joined us on stage, so we can finish with a group song, a video of past highlights, and a message from everyone. I like that. Popstep coming in late. She's got a lot on her mind right now. You're making a habit of it. Yeah, she's love struck. Oh, and I love the last panel of last chapter, that being 68, where she's just crying in Koichi's hoodie that he gave her as a child, saying, "I need to cheer on myself starting from now." I love that line. Her saying, "Thanks, but this is something I gotta do on my own for now," when she was offered help. I love how that's becoming a habit, she putting on Koichi's hoodie as she's writing her love letter, I guess. Or maybe it'll be a love song. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, so she's going incognito mode, singing on the street. You got a permit to sing in the street? I don't know about that. Oh, a permit from the thugs. Got it. Koichi to the rescue, maybe? Oh, the manager. Okay. The police finally coming up to break up the scuffle. They're damn near useless. They're a lot better in Vigilantes than in the mainline series, but in the mainline series, they are so outgunned with not being able to use their quirks. So Pop Step wanted to go out with a bang, her reflecting on her past, saying, "In the past, I've composed songs and done voice training with the twins, but that never led to anything. I've also written some lyrics on my own, but I've never shown anyone. So I was thinking, why not give it another shot?" The gag of the manager being solemn and depressed because she didn't come to him first. Oh, him reading one of the lines, "I reach for traces of you, I come up short. A song about heartbreak, huh?" Ouch. You don't gotta sum it up like that. And please stop reading out loud. She's adorable. She's the less aggressive version of a tsundere, and I think I love her for it. Not a big fan of tsunderes in general, but Pop Step can make it work. Oh, is he crying? Yeah, he is. This is amazing. She needed to hear that, and I'm glad she heard it. In the first half, the girl is singing about the pain of heartbreak, but then, when the key change hits, there's some great energy going on. Can't let it end this way. Having nothing, being nothing at all. Need to shine bright for a sec. Dig my claws across his heart. Being obstinate like that, finding that courage, it's something anyone can relate to, even outside of love. Being tenacious. Making it less of a love song and more like a rock song, about being defiant and asserting yourself. Uh-oh. I don't like where this is going. Music manager is taking over what an artist started off as and now what they will become because money. Why does he get so solemn just at the snap of a finger? Oh. So at the very least, I wanted to work the entertainment angle at Marukane, but now it looks like the whole department is shutting down. The feels when you get a new job, then they close the next month. I feel for you, my man. Pop, you've got talent. The world should hear this song, and I want to help make it happen. Okay, the gag is getting a little bit overdone now. She's really something else. We've never met, but I'm sure I've been compared to her. Anyway, I don't think that means you gotta do it all by your lonesome going forward. There really isn't much a person can do on their own. I think that being self-reliant actually means teaming up with others to unlock your full potential. That's a unique viewpoint. I really like that. And him smiling in this bottom panel of page 15 kinda makes him look like Koichi with longer hair. I don't really like this shipping as much. I'm more of Pop Step and Koichi. I call them hoodie shipping. Although personally, I would pick Makoto. She's just more so my type of girl because, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of tsunderes. Oh, him offering to be her producer. Okay, now Koichi will show up now that these thugs have returned. Boing! She just runs away and says, "I'm calling the cops." Ooh, this guy's got some moves. He's dodged pretty much all. Is he about... Was he a vigilante as well back in his day? I'm a hero, so you gotta promise me to back off. Is that real? We thought you worked at the department store. That's kind of important, give it back. And that's the end of the chapter. Pretty solid chapter, had some more character development for Pop Step, this potential shipping with the manager, but really it was just a continuation of the storyline up until this point. So solid chapter, going on to chapter 70 next. Chapter 70, Nomura. Nomu tie-in? Interesting. Oh, and I love that panel shot of Pop Step on the cover, wearing his hoodie, or about to put her glasses on, gently blushing. It's a nice panel. Oh, so she's gonna suggest that Koichi get his hero license, based on her experience with the manager. Oh, his name is Nomura. Interesting. Oh, so he's a licensed hero, but he sits in an office all day. What a weirdo. He didn't get his license to make money. It's just so that he can leap into action whenever there's trouble. Oh. Oh, what a cool dude. I love that Horikoshi makes tie-ins with Vigilantes, the most recent one being the Shirakumo revelation. But I wonder if we'll see Koichi, Popstep, Knuckle Duster, or Nomura in any of the mainline series chapters now that we're entering into the war arc. Civilians might have to step up to the plate if villains just take over society. But with that aside, let's get back to it. What a wholesome smiling panel of Popstep. Sort of like what you used to do, Koichi. I'm not talking about becoming big famous hero. You could even just go for your license while doing your job every day. Nah, that sounds tough. He's the typical college kid. Just be honest with him, Popstep. Speaking of the future, she runs away. But I promise I'll hear you out for real later. So just wait a little longer, okay? That was your chance, Pop. I don't think you're gonna have the chance based on my spoiler later on. So them running off to do her solo bit, I'm assuming. Ooh, looking kind of swaggy there. Top hat, ponytail, kind of like me before I donate my hair to kids with hair loss. Looking fresh though, I'll give it to him. Well, fresh look, right? A little goofy, actually. Oh, come on. I got you a busking permit so you can sing without fear this time. And give this a listen. It's the one song of yours, but I added guitar and upped the tempo. It'll probably be good, but it'll probably not be what Popstep was going for with this solo love song to Koichi. Well, she's rocking with it, pun intended. It's taking people by surprise, but I think that they like it. Ooh, she does the guitar jump where they strum the strings of the guitar. Uh-oh, the chord. But that was a lot of fun, so even if she got a little bump, I think it was worth it. That bartender should be fired. There's no way that they should be able to get drinks without looking at an ID, especially with Popstep. Isn't she like 15? Why do these thugs keep showing up? Get out of here. Relax. We talked it all out after the fight the other day. They're not such bad guys. We're pals now even. Such a sap, this one. I will say that's one of the weaknesses of Vigilantes as a whole, turning villains into friends. Not every villain has to be a friend. I get that the trigger has its own side effects in terms of causing them to have aggression after they take the drug and then acting out, fighting anyone in the vicinity. But I just wish there was a little bit more stakes in this series and not goody goody two shoes, this is a shonen. It's alright. His nickname is Rock because his name is Rakuro Nomura. One rockin' dude. Bottom of page 11, he actually sort of looks similar to 2 o'clock. Huh. I might be reaching here, but that's slightly concerning. Oh, I wonder if he asked her out for drinks, not only to celebrate, but to also confess to her, because he did have an alcohol drink where she had a virgin one. Him speaking, when you let me hear your songs, that was the first spark of excitement I'd felt since joining the working world. This feeling, like something amazing was about to begin. And yet, this sucks, as he downs the rest of his drink. He's a lightweight. That was only one drink. I mean, what the hell? Regrets. So many regrets. Sure am. A lightweight loser of a man. I don't drink at all whatsoever. Never had an alcoholic drink in my life, but I feel like I would also be a lightweight because I've built up no tolerance to alcohol whatsoever. I really hope that Koichi doesn't see him hugging Popstep because that would break my heart. Oh no, Popstep, you should have been more... You should have worded your words better. Besides, there's only one person who I wanted to have hear those songs. Oh no. I gotta continue on. Oh, okay, so she did turn it around. Nope, the one person who needed to hear it all was me. And now I'm finally ready to tell myself, you're amazing, you're capable. Thanks for everything today. The courage you gave me, I'm gonna go put it to good use. You'll see. I think I just got dumped. I don't know if you were ever dating, so you might have jumped the shark there. I wanted her to like me, so I put on this whole act. Pretended to be a grown-up, a good person even. He is 2 o'clock! Oh my goodness! Holy shit, he just... I can't believe I called that. Damn. So he now knows who Koichi is. I know that he was briefly talking to Knuckle Duster about there being someone else that Knuckle Duster wanted to train. Check it out, a battle-ready tie for my next interview. Makoto gave it to me. Oh no. So not only, well, the spoiler that I got, it wasn't exactly her confessing and Koichi shutting her down or Koichi already deciding to go with Makoto. It was they never got to that point in the conversation. And now she's actually calling Nomura. Oh my god, I just put the pieces together. His name is Nomura? Oh my god. This chapter was fantastic. I love this chapter. Getting back to the last panel I see of page 20, Popstep saying, I think I need you to be here for me. Well, it wasn't the last of the chapter, it was the last of page 20. Okay, relax, Pop. I'm not sure quite what happened, but you're gonna be fine, because I'm your fan and I'm always on your side. Those guys are either critically injured or actually dead, and this long play by 2 o'clock is dastardly, but I love it. Fantastic chapter. And I'm glad that I waited a couple of weeks to start up this Vigilantes reaction, because I actually get to go into the next chapter right away. With that being said, let's get right into chapter 71. Chapter 71, Hideout. Knuckle Duster, okay. Oh, and Popstep is kind of silhouetted behind Koichi and Knuckle Duster. Oh, I don't like that. This bastard. Oh, he's really good at getting other people to empathize with him, similar to Hawks from the mainline series. He nailed it though, him saying, it's hard to get the timing right. Yeah, that's it exactly. Oh, timing, the pun with 2 o'clock. I love Vigilantes so much. This time I got it right, because him being the alpha Nomu fetus thing that he was, him actually trying to understand human actions, human emotions, because I'm assuming that he was raised in a lab, in a test tube by Dr. Ujiko. Ooh, I love this page of O'Clock. There's a lot of text here, so let me go through it really quickly. Human actions are a blend of the conscious and subconscious. Less cognitive animals that operate on instinct and habit have something resembling consciousness up in their control centers, but when it tries to exert control, it's too weak, and the conscious reaction comes several tenths of a second too late. Thanks to your overclock quirk, you can pick up on a person's subconscious tells during conversation. Then, in an instant, you can modify your own response. I love the exposition of his quirk, because that was the play that he did versus 2 o'clock up on the roof, where he sped up his voice so quickly that 2 o'clock was thinking and it was going through his head at such an insane rate that the quirk itself couldn't keep up with it. That is such an awesome quirk. Continuing on, to tell them what they want to hear, or to get an uncomfortable truth they're avoiding. By feeding them just the right data in that interstice between the conscious and subconscious, it's possible to manipulate their thoughts and feelings. Thanks for the tip, Master. The thing is, at the end of the day, I'm just not confident. Up until now, with my mom, the girls in the group, and Koichi too, I've only ever shown them a certain side of me. I'm scared that they ever saw the real me, saw what's inside, that they wouldn't accept me. I love that line. Don't be silly. Everyone loves you, Pop. Aw, but they're different types of love, you know. Yeah, of course. Finally, the heart of the matter. The heart of her feelings. Puns are everywhere, and I love it. That is pretty good advice from him, though. Him saying, just calm down, take stock, and examine your feelings. After that, try having those conversations with everyone. Good life advice. Knuckle Duster saying, you're cooking. Don't see that every day. I do cook now and then, and Koichi said he likes curry. So, you got a problem with that? Why would I? You do you. Ooh, and he picked up on the fact that she's hiding her feelings. Him saying, but the way you hide your motives and feelings, that's a bad habit you ought to work on. Hold on to that cognitive dissonance too long, and it'll keep you from making the right moves. Foreshadowing, I'm assuming, for when they raid the hideout, or start the raid. Thanks for the tip, but nobody asked you. It's just how I am. And quit smoking in here. Leave that to the boys' room. He is so precious. Him smiling just because she made curry. Oh, Oh, you don't see the pupils behind her glasses. Knuckle Duster and Pop Step both have the deadpan face. I just love curry. Koichi, you need to be better at picking up on the small details of the conversation or the actions of which the situations you found yourself in. Should I wear my heart on my sleeve like this idiot? Everything in moderation. Oh, that's great comedy. I don't think they're saying anything. I think that's a telepathic communication that they're having between the two of them just by looks alone, which is also great. Ooh, 2 o'clock saying, I happen to love the pop who's all bark and some bite. Tsundere's, I mean, you're pretty honest yourself, Nomura. You don't snap at people or pout or sulk. You're not always exactly reliable, but at least you're gentle. I can't wait for the Gentle arc to be kicking into high gear in the mainline series for the anime. I love Gentle. I know he's kind of like a vigilante, kind of like an anti-hero. It depends on how you look at him, but I just wanted to throw that in there real quick because I love myself some Gentle. Honest, gentle, yuck. Those aren't compliments to me because I'm Rock Nomura, a wild man hiding a fiery, passionate side and a complex inner life. You could say that. That shtick again. Wait, I mean it. He does mean it. Ooh. You'd be shocked if you got a peek at my secret base. You could even call it a hideout. You mean the cafe from the other day? That place was nice. I wonder if that was the same bar from the League of Villains that they were using because Dr. Ujiko and All for One are related. I'm gonna go back and look at that real quickly. It might be. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm at a double page spread just to get through it a lot quicker. Pages 10 and 11. The back end of the bar does look like that. It's kind of got that similar, obviously, the bar area that's centered around the drinks. I think there's a good possibility that that is the same bar that the League of Villains were hiding out at and started up their base of operations. That would be so insane if Horikoshi, who oversees this series, allowed them to do. I'd love that to death. All right, so getting back to page 14, that's where I briefly left off. Them connecting on the fact that Koichi essentially lives in a dump. Not as bad as this building structurally, I think, but nevertheless. Oh, she better not get kidnapped. Oh, page 16 is incredible. He's got the villain smirk, the lightning bolt going across his face. His eyes are just sinister. Pushes her down. Okay, so now she's trapped. Holy dead bodies. Maybe? Or are they trigger junkies? You see the bees flying around. They might all be trigger junkies, and that's the end of the chapter. This 2-week wait for Vigilantes kills me, but with that cliffhanger specifically, damn. Alright, I love these 3 chapters. The first one of the trio wasn't the best, but chapter 70 and 71 were incredible. So there's 2 possibilities where I can see this arc going. A, either Pop Step is kidnapped and trapped under the ground in that hideout, and then Koichi and Knuckle Duster and other pro heroes are gonna have to go and try and save her. Or they infect her with the trigger bee, the weird thing that was pulled out of Knuckle Duster's daughter's eyeball, that might get injected into Pop Step and she might be like a zombie walking around, which I hope that Koichi might be able to pick up on the fact that she's acting a little bit differently. I'm not gonna hold my breath. He is kind of daft at times. But with that being said, guys, my name is Mr. Twitchy. Thanks for joining today. See you later. Bye.